Hello and welcome to the quiz funnels from Simvoly, and I'll show you how simple it is to create a quiz funnel with the landing page with a quiz where you can actually collect all the data in multiple steps, and based on that answers that they give, you can show them custom results pages. You can do A/B testing, checkouts, products, all these things in a quiz awesome funnel. So this is the best thing that you will find, and let's actually see how it actually looks. So here is our landing page. Again, this is skippable of course, but here's our quiz. We select a specific option. Again, you can create as big as you want, add some data and submit, and based on the result you can go to a checkout page in this example, but we'll look into different options for results and styling, etc. I hope that you enjoy it, and let's start with creating our first quiz funnel. Alright, so let's create our first quiz funnel. So by clicking on the funnel button on the side, you can actually see what exactly steps we have inside the funnel, which in our case is a landing and a quiz page. The quiz, of course, is the most important part where you'll be collecting the actual information in a quiz format. But we have a landing page in this example, which basically urges people to click and take the quiz, like a landing page showing why they should take the quiz itself. Again, you can skip that and just put them directly into the quiz page instead, so that you don't have extra step to go to the actual quiz itself. So you can fully customize with the builder and adjust the landing page or delete it at all. So in the next step is the actual quiz. This is the second step that we have, and here we can now start modifying the quiz survey widget, which is where we collect the information. So by double click on it, you'll see all the steps that we have inside. Currently we have, with this default one, 2 steps, and by clicking on edit fields you can actually see exactly what kind of fields you have inside. Then you have the add new step. So from there you can add as many new steps as you want. So you can create a quiz with 2, 3, 5, 10, 20, 50 questions if you like. So it is up to you how big your quiz is. And inside each field, inside each step, you can see the information about what exactly you have inside. In this case, we have 4 single choice options that people have to choose one of those and progress to the next step. Then you have in the settings other options to customize what exactly type of a field it is, how it looks, and you can fully customize it. So here is with square on top, for example. So you can fully adjust the design that you like to appeal as much to your users, and again you can make it a multiple option type of a step. So instead of picking just one option, they can just select and choose multiple options in the quiz itself, in the step. So just like that you can add and customize each field. You can add also different fields. So let's say that within the same step you want to have 2 or more questions, for example. So here are all the options like CRM properties, common fields for quizzes, and regular fields that you can also add. Let's say that you want to add a rating to this step as well. So you can just select, and the rating is here, which again you can customize what kind of ratings you want to have and the looks of it as well. And you can of course add it as a first step inside your step itself, as a first question inside your step, of course. The other things that you can do, and we'll look into more details in our next video about the different scores, but you can assign to each field a different score. And at the end, based on the scores that you have accumulative from all the steps, you can send people to a specific page or show a dedicated thank you message based on the answers that we have. But again, this is optional. And inside this option as well, you can customize all the other fields, such as image, descriptions, additional information, or tag users, which is really useful if you want to tag all the people who answered on this question with a specific tag in your CRM. You can easily do it from here and just add whatever tag you want to that person that chooses this option. Or you can skip. So this is really useful if you want people to progress to another step after answering a specific question. So you don't want to show all the steps to all the people. You can just basically segment them based on the answers that they have and skip to another step. Currently we just have 2 steps, so that's why you have these 2 options there. So just like that, you can add whatever fields to your quiz itself. On the top you have the step heading and description. So basically there you can customize the top option. Basically there you can contain the question, what is, let's say, please pick one of these options or whatever you want to call it. So here you can customize that information. So let's just have a second one so you can see how it changes on top. You can again fully customize, so that the quiz widget itself, it's very customizable. So basically all the colors and all the fonts you can customize, and by clicking on the styling you can actually now modify, let's say, the size and the font of this top headline and the description as well. So you can adjust all these things, really simple and easy. So just like that you edit your step, and then you can go to the next one, the next one, the next one, and create as many as you want. At the end you can show a different message or page based on the score, but again we'll be discussing that in more details in the next video, but you can do that from the score option with this. And what kind of other options you have for the quiz itself? Now you have settings, where is like things like auto advance, notifications, the name of your form of the quiz, and other things like buttons, etc. You can also connect your email, your quiz to your email marketing and automations. So when somebody submits, you can start emailing people, and you can also do it based on what kind of answers they gave. So this is really awesome. And again, we have a dedicated video specifically on how to connect your quiz and different answers to your automations and email marketing. So it's really cool and easy. And then we have the results, which we already looked into, and the styling. So from here is all the customization of the design. So from here you can customize the heading that we saw, the labels of the fields, the quiz styling. Maybe you want to make it some kind of a darkish tone of the whole design. You can do the boxes and how they look, if you want it to be dark or white or whatever kind of design that you want. You can fully customize from this area buttons as well. So this is basically the most important part, because this is the actual quiz input that people are filling into the quiz funnel. So yeah, make sure that you focus on this step. Very important, the quiz widget. The quiz widget itself you can add anywhere that you want. You can just drag and drop it, so you can create different funnels, different steps inside your funnels and websites. And of course, and based on the answers that they give, or just if you just collect the information, you can send people to a specific page. So by default we have here a thank you message, so when somebody submits they will just see the thank you message. But of course you can add different options as different steps inside your funnel. So you can have, let's say, 3 different segmentations of the users based on the answers that they give, based on the score. And you can create 3 different basically thank you kind of pages after the submission of the quiz. So you can send group 1 to page 1, group 2 to page 2, group 3 to page 3. And in each page you can have whatever you want. You can have checkouts, you can have some kind of video, some kind of course, based on the inputs that they gave inside your funnel. And we'll be looking into that in the next video, so you can check it out there and see exactly what kind of pages and how you can create different pages for different takes, for example checkouts, product pages, etc. So I hope that you enjoyed. This way you can create really awesome quizzes which people can fill and progress to the next step and submit their information. As you can see here, we have the thank you for submitting your quiz and the call to action to go somewhere where you wanted to go. So these are the quiz funnels. I hope that you enjoyed, and check out the next video, which is about creating our result pages based on their score. And after that we'll be looking into the email marketing and connecting it to your quizzes. Alright, so in this video I'll be showing you how to customize and style your quiz and funnel as well. So here we have the quiz widget, and we did some modifications in the previous videos, but let's dig deep into this whole thing and create something really crazy, for example. So here we have different options for heading and description. So there, of course, this is not the best font, but you can create select different fonts. If you want to add more fonts, feel free. I'll show you in a second actually, but here you can customize the looks and the different options that we have. So let's go with something white. Let's change everything to be dark tones. The description, we can make it white with some transparency, and we can increase the size as well. So again, if you want to add a font, you can easily do it from the global styling, add a font. So you can select a font from the hundreds, actually I think there are now thousands of fonts in Google, or you can upload your own if you want to have a custom that you want to upload, no problem. But yes, let's make the whole thing to be dark. So in the quiz settings, in the quiz styling, you can actually access this whole bluish gray option, and let's make it transparent, so it will actually become white. And let's make the block, the whole block where the quiz widget sits, so all this white area, let's make it dark. So let's create a dark theme type of a quiz, and just like that you can see it pops the white that we just added. So let's go and start editing the other options, the choices, for example. So here we have the box options. So there you can select the border color to be maybe something darkish. It's because it's too light, maybe something like this. The choices, the text is currently white, but we can make it a bit more transparent so it's not so prominent. Maybe you can again use the same headline, so the same font, the Hammersmith one, and you can increase the size a bit. The description, we currently don't have any description in our options, but if you did, this would be the stylings for it. So yeah, feel free, again, if you add a description to your options, to customize that as well. What other things that we can do is basically the styling of the button. So this is the button at the bottom. If you have a button for continue, you can customize it, so you can select whatever color you want. Let's say some more darkish color. You can adjust the border radius to be rounded, maybe make it a bit bigger, and again use this font that we use for a headline. Maybe, why not? Maybe you want to increase the letter sizing as well to kind of space out the text. And yeah, you can play around, create different over effects on the button, etc. Feel free to create it however you want. And basically that's it. Of course, you have the box option, the label and fields. So this is important, and let's look into the second step actually. This is important for this area. So this is the text and the label of the fields. So if you have such information that you gather, make sure that you edit that as well to fit your styling. So just like that, we transform this whole thing to this design, and here we can see it in actual preview. So it's quite different just by changing a few styles and fonts. Again, you have different designs when it comes to the actual fields themselves. So here in this option we have, for example, we looked into a previous one, but you can have the preserve option for the image itself. You have the circle option. You have different ways of presenting the information. So these are really cool back box layouts. So basically this is dependent on the step, so it's not global, it's just for that specific field that you have here in particular. But yeah, you can see how simple it is to customize and also align different ones. Add an icon if you want to have different icons instead. You can, all these options you have available to customize your quiz fully to your likes. And that's basically it. Again, the rating as well has a couple of other options, such as the underlined option like this. This is quite a cool view for this as well. But yeah, you get the feeling. You can fully customize the design of your quiz in the styling, and if you want to customize the actual block and column where it sits, you can do it from the block settings or from the column settings if it's particular for this column. So if you want to make only this area some different color, you can. If you don't, just don't touch it. So this is it. I hope that you enjoyed. It's a great custom way of styling your quizzes to be as unique as you want them to be. Alright, talk to you in the next video. Alright, so let's create our results pages. So you can go to the funnel steps, and there you can create a new step as part of your funnel. So you can create different, and I'll show you how to create different types of results pages. But basically you can have a thank you page that all people who submit the quiz would receive, or based on the results you can show different pages, different unique pages based on the score that they get in your quiz. So let's say that the most simple one is to just show a thank you page. So here is such design in the page template. So let's call it result 1. So this is our first type of pages, like a thank you page for submitting the quiz. So you can change the text itself, you can add whatever information you want, and of course you can have some kind of call to action. So after they submit the quiz, you can send them somewhere else to take a specific action. So you can fully customize everything. As you know, you can add different blocks or elements into the page itself. Now, what other types of results pages you can have is, for example, a product. So based on the results, based on the answers that they gave, you can show them a product of some sort. And here we have product designs. Again, all these pages are fully customizable, so you can add whatever page you want to be part of the results. So let's say this type of a product page. Let's call it results 2. So here is a product page. So when somebody submits and have a specific score, you can send them to a specific product page. Again, everything you can just customize. Yeah, you can see here you have a scarcity, a discount, etc. So it's very appealing way for somebody to, basically assign them to a specific product, very dedicated for them, and that they can purchase. Again, if you want people to purchase, you have to have a checkout page in this case, because this is a landing page for a product. And then the next step would be the purchase page, the checkout page, which we can look into here now as a direct results page. We have here the checkout designs, different designs for checkout pages, for any sort of idea that you may have. Here is a very simplistic one. Let's call it results 3. So basically, if you have a product page, you can just link to a checkout page like this basically as a third step of your of a quiz, a product page and a checkout page, or you can send them directly to the checkout itself. So basically, let's say we've selected this product for you based on your results, blah blah blah, and here is our checkout where you can submit your payment. Now, of course, to be able to sell something, you have to select what kind of a product you have inside. If you don't have yet a product, you can just go and create one in the store area, where basically you can sell any type of a product, a physical, a digital, service, membership, subscription. It is entirely up to you what kind of product you want to sell. And of course, connect the payment processors in the settings to be able to actually start accepting the fees. But we have a dedicated video on accepting payments, so you can check that one as well. And let's go back into our funnel itself. And so this is our checkout page that you can fully, again, customize however you want. And you, of course, have the ability to add upsells and downsells, so you can create a fully custom checkout funnel as well, not just the quiz itself and a simple checkout. And let's look into another one. So let's say after somebody submits and a specific score, you want to show them a course or a video dedicated for what they selected. So you can of course create a whole membership area with tons of videos if you want, which we have a dedicated video on membership funnels and websites. But let's create just a single video type of a page. Well, so let's create a new empty page. Let's call it results 4. And it is a blank one. So here, if you click on add block, you will see all the options for different blocks. And we have this dedicated, really cool, awesome video types of blocks. So let's say that we like this design. You can click on it and it will be added to your page right away. So let's delete this top white block. So we have this video. Again, you can customize the headline and you can add different widgets if you want, and of course edit the source of the video that will display for the people inside this page. You can have some kind of call to action again for people to get something, purchase something, go somewhere, whatever the idea is after the video is being watched. So that's how simple it is to also create a video type of results page. So as you can see, currently we have created 4 different types of result pages. Again, you can create whatever type of page you want to send people to it after a quiz. So how do you assign a specific page to a different answer that they gave? So, well, it's actually not the answer, but the actual results at the end. So first that we have to do is assign a score to your steps. So let's go here inside this field. You can see you have the options for this question. So it is 4 options, and here we can assign how many points you will want to give away for a specific answer. So here we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 points, but again, you can adjust how many exactly you want to give away. But this will be the differentiator between all the steps, and based on this score we'll show a specific page. So you can have the score however you want, and if you have more steps, based on the accumulative amount of points that they get, you can send them to a specific page. So let's go into manage quiz results. It's actually where we'll see the results themselves, and you have 2 options, basically a thank you message or the dedicated page. So here you can create as many as you want rules. In this case we have created from 0 to 1 to show which funnel. Here we can select results 1. Then from 2 to 2 points, basically if you have 2 points, you can show them results 2. So just like that, we can link all our 4 pages that we have created to all the 4 options that we have in our quiz, just for the sake of the example. So this is really cool way. And another also cool way is that you have these tags. So you can assign a tag to each user that is being in this at the end when they submit, that is in this range of points that they have. So let's say on the 4 points user, we can tag them with some tags. So here we have a few created ones, or you can start a new one. Let's call it group 4. And when somebody submits and selects this option, they'll be shown the results 4 page, and they'll be tagged with the group 4 tag. So this is really useful, because you then know about this person, that they have this this tag, that they submitted this this result, this question. So if you're ready, all you can do is just click on save, and let's preview our quiz. So here you have the different options that will give a different weight, a different score. Here we have our information here, so we can add some information, let's say user at domain.com, and when you submit, you'll see we're now sent into the 4th result page, which was the last one, the video results. So here you can see how easy it was to create our fully custom results pages with whatever information we want, and based on the answer, the score, we now send them a specific thing. So this is how simple it was. And now let's look into the contact that we just submitted. And as you can see, there is the name, the email. You can see the tag, it's the group 4. So this is what tag we added automatically with their submission. You can also see the quiz that they have submitted, so all the information. You can clearly see each step, what they selected, the single choice field for, the name, the email, the score that they have submitted. So it is really visual and easy that you can see, and the tag itself. So this is really cool, and this is especially useful for the email marketing and the automations that we'll be looking into the next video, basically how to connect your quiz to the emails so that you can start blasting them different campaigns, different emails, and do different things with those users. So this is how simple it was to create our basically results pages and show a different dedicated content to each group of users in your funnels. I hope that you enjoyed this video and talk to you in the next one. Alright, in this video I will show you how to connect your quiz to your email marketing automations. So based on the answers that they give, you can send them to a specific automation flow or list so that you can fill those people. So it's actually very simple. So the first thing that you need to do is when you go into your quiz itself, you have to connect it to your email marketing so that all the people that are submitting this quiz, they go to a list, a specific list. So we don't have currently a list, so you can click on add list. Let's go with quiz submits. And now everybody that submits this quiz will be added to this list in the automation. So basically they become a subscriber and being assigned to this list. Now you can of course also enable the double opt-in so that you verify that the email of the user that submits the quiz is their quiz by clicking on an email that they receive. That's an automated system email that they will be getting. So this is really cool way to select the list and send people there. Great, this is the first step here. Now, if you don't want to segment people, that's just enough. Everybody that submits will be added to the automation in the list here that we have created. You can see now that we have the list. So everybody will go into this list itself. But in our case, let's say that we want to trigger and show and send different emails based on the results, based on the options, the answers that they give. So there's two ways. In the previous video, I show you how in the results, based on the collective result of the user, you can tag them. So here we created a few tags. So by submitting that, they are being tagged with a specific tag, and based on a tag, you can create an automation. So you can check what is the tag, and if that tag is present for that user, you can start sending this automation with the different emails. So this is one way. And the other way is inside the fields. Again, you can also assign a tag to each answer, not the collective for the whole quiz, but on a specific answer. So let's say the choice 1. So there you have the ability to add some kind of a different tag to this option, so you know that they exactly picked that option, whatever that is. So here you can add a tag, and again, based on the tag, you can trigger an automation. So how do you do that? How do you trigger an automation? It's really simple. When you go to the email marketing option, when you create your automation, now you have your list with all the quiz users, but you can create an automation based on what kind of tag they have. So here we have create an automation. Let's just add some name to it. And when you create your automation, all you have to do is select the tag that will be triggering this automation. So from here you can select the tag that will be triggering, let's say group 2. So basically people who have answers in the group 2 option, and that will be the trigger. When they submit the quiz, they'll be added to the list and the tag will be added, which will start the automation. And what is an automation? Basically, it's a flow. It's different actions being performed. You can send them an email right away based on the answer, or you can delay them with, let's say, with 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, you can send them an email for a specific product or specific video based on the answers that they gave. So this is so cool. So here you can add your subject and start building your emails with your email builder. Here is one such design. Maybe if it's a product, you can actually select a product type of, we have here e-commerce type of designs. So you can show them a video with a specific product in mind. Let's say this one, and people can actually purchase product. Again, you can send them to the page that they can purchase it, but you can also email them, and not just once, because again, the person might not buy it right away, and you might want to, send them a few emails. Maybe you want to send an email 1, and then after a couple of days, you can send a different email to urge them, maybe give them a coupon code, for example, for purchasing the product. So there are so many different ways that you can do with the automations, and the quizzes are such an amazing way to actually segment your users and collect information in such a better way than asking in a form, because forms are kind of boring. And the quiz type of a format, again, it doesn't have to be a quiz itself, but in a quiz format like this, it's so much fun, and the flow from step to step is so much better for actual submissions if you have a lot of questions that you want to ask the user, and by that to segment people. So this is it, how simple it is to connect your quizzes and your funnel to your email marketing and automations.